Welcome to Exchange Rates UK TV. It is the 10th of January 2021. Taking a look here at Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu, of course, has been hit pretty hard by everything else. I mean, everything else has been really hammered. But Shiba Inu in particular doesn't seem to be doing as bad despite it being down 7% today. Because when you look at the, I mean, everything's like very, very much overdone. So let's look at it on the, if I can figure out why all these got messed up. So if you look at Shiba on the 3-week chart, there's just not a lot of data to go by to really help us determine anything of value here, other than it's probably working on completing a second leg and then moving to a third leg. Maybe, who knows? And so then that brings us over to the weekly chart. Now the weekly chart is still very, very, very new. Still don't have a ton of data, but when you look at it, it still remains in a bull market according to the RSI. So it's still between 50 and 40. The composite index, however, it's been bottoming out. Really, when you look at the week of December 27th to where we are now, it's the same zone. It's actually a slightly higher on the current weekly chart versus the December 27th. So there is very, very minute, maybe not even true, but there is some hidden regular bullish divergence present, but it's almost imperceptible, and it remains to be seen whether or not that's going to last. And then finally we have the percent B. Despite the big drop down here, percent B sitting pretty neutral. But here's the one thing that has me like thinking we're going to see a pretty strong mean reversion trade to the upside, and probably only to the 4,000 level, is that there's a pretty significant amount of space between the bodies of these candlesticks and the Tenkan-sen. And if there's one thing that's true within the Ichimoku system, is that gaps between the bodies of candlesticks and the Tenkan-sen, they don't last very long. They typically tend to resolve over at max between 4 to 6 periods, and there's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these gaps. You know, this was still quite a far away from the Tenkan-sen up there. So there is a very, very strong possibility that we get a pretty substantial drive up here. And from the current weekly low, that would represent, like a 60% increase, which is a lot. Seems like a lot because it is a lot, but also, it's cryptocurrencies and it's Shiba Inu that they can do those kind of things. From a daily perspective, definitely looking at bear market conditions within the RSI. It's testing the first oversold level at a 30 there, and let me actually delete that. You have the composite index sitting at these historical low zones, and the percent B sitting down at 0.2. Now, because the percent B looks like it wants to break out. So like if we had Bollinger Bands on here, it would definitely show some signs of like having some big spikes south. However, the current setup in these oscillators suggests that this is a little overdone and that we may see it begin to rally here. Maybe rally is not the best word for it, but it should have some type of responsive bullish bounce here in the very near future. Something to look out for as we move forward. So thank you for watching. Please don't, from all of us here at Exchange Rates UK TV, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.